So take some action. Get your team together. Get the people you care together about. See if you can get aligned on your game plan. Think about some of the key objectives or outcomes that you're aiming for. Can you all align and think bigger on something that's better and focused for all of you? The interesting thing about crisis is they often bring focus. They prioritize the work. So many of my clients I've been working with are in business continuity planning at the moment. And it's been amazing to me to see some of the results because people have got focused. They've limited the amount of change and progress. They've a small key projects that matter to them. Teams dedicated and allocated to focus to make progress. One of the huge things that needs to happen in the US is access to small business loans. Small businesses that are struggling to make payroll. The government has put $2 trillion into the economy. People are working in banks because they want to get that money to small businesses to keep them alive. They're doing amazing things to make that happen. And that's about being clear on customer outcomes, like helping people keep their businesses open. So when they do that, they can formulate strategies that are the steps to get there, work backwards and get aligned on what's going to be successful or not, and think about the small measures of success along the way. Who are the people that need to be part of that to make us successful? Getting your team together, having a call, talking through this can actually have a profound impact on yourself and your contribution to what you or who you want to help. The other thing I'd say to you is start journaling. One of the most powerful things I think I've done in the last few years is actually capture my thinking, how I've made decisions and why. Here at the moment, I've got my own decision diary. Every day I'm looking at different steps that I've had taken over the last few weeks, things I've tried, what's worked, understanding the context of how I'm making decisions, what was missing, what were the trade-offs I made. When you're in a high tempo, high stress environment, you often forget. We lose the details, we lose the data. So capture your data as you're going through these challenging moments. What are some of the behaviors you're seeing that are really working and helping? How can you institute them into the way you work in the future? If you're keen to learn to unlearn, there's a whole system that you can use. I've got toys and canvases that you can download and play with. You can pick these up from my website after the talk. One of the most amazing things for me is when you think big and start small, you never know what's going to happen. But somebody sent me this photo of Serena Williams reading the book, which was pretty inspiring for me. There's lots of cool ways that you can learn to unlearn. I've had fun people like Martin, Melissa, Gib, and Karen come onto the podcast and talk about their experiences they've learned to unlearn. I've even taken my work to the virtual world. I've been running these unlearn workshops in VR. They're super fun. One of my outcomes is to try and teach 1 million people to unlearn this year. And running them in these virtual VR environments is super fun for me. It's uncomfortable. It's outside my comfort zone, but it's amazing some of the results we're doing.